In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedules to join us tonight. Jock Brothers, let us make man. Tonight, we have a very exciting show. We labeled it the Unwrapped Gifts. Tonight, we will be honoring and celebrating our youth and their explicit talents. But before we get started, let us introduce our brothers, our friends, our mentors, the soldiers who inspire me, my co-hosts. Let's get started. We're going to start with our brother. He is the father. He is the soldier. He is the entrepreneur, friend, and mentor to many. Let me introduce to you all my brother, Brother Jackie Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I too bear witness there is no God but Allah. Muhammad is his messenger. Welcome to another edition, Jock Nation. It's good to see you all. It's Tuesday. It's 7 o'clock. We have an exciting show tonight. I'm feeling real good when I seen their faces. You know, you see the youth, and it gives you life. So definitely we want to tune in and support our youth as they are not just the future, they are right now. So we want to thank them for coming on, and we want to thank you, Jock Nation, for joining such a wonderful show. We ask that you please engage our youth. If you have any questions, concerns, please engage them. They are eager to give you information.
That's right.
Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you, my brother. And next, he's also a father, entrepreneur, a friend, and a mentor. He inspires me all the time, every day. We all talk and inspire each other. Let me introduce to you all my brother, Brother Kawi Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum, family, Jock Nation. Again, Brother Jackie said, well, we got the future of the nation right here. All of them have unique talents. They're all splendid at what they do. And I hope you get a chance to witness what's to come with our great nation of Islam. And again, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Jock Brothers Presents Let Us Make Man. Thank you so much for tuning in out, and for those that have supported the Jock Brothers in the past and with your financial contributions, we thank you so much for that. Of course, if you would like to continue to support the Jock Brothers in our endeavors, you can please support us by Cash Apping us, whatever's on your heart. And our Cash App information is $JAKQ Bros, and it's scrolling at the bottom of the screens. So thank you so much for your support. Also, please, we showcasing the future of the nation, some very splendid youth. We'd like to showcase even more youth in the future. So please, I want you all to share this podcast, share it on your platforms, and ask the individuals that you share it to please subscribe and hit the bell. Let's try our best to push the numbers tonight for the youth. Also, the Jock Brothers, we try to be more than just a podcast that give information. We actually try to involve ourselves with the community. We have a prison initiative that we launched nearly 2 years ago, and it's going strong. It's a prison initiative in which we try to get the Final Call newspaper, the best newspaper anywhere of the planet, and behind bars to our brothers and sisters that need to be updated on current events and just simply need to hear the truth. And so we ask that you help in those endeavors. Of course, when you donate, we try to donate in blocks. We try to send a 90-day subscription of the Final Call to the inmates. That is $18 to get the Final Call newspaper to our brothers and sisters behind bars for 90 days, for 3 months, and for a half a year is $30. So if you could please donate to the Cash App scrolling at the bottom of the screen, that'd be outstanding. And of course, if you know of anybody that is incarcerated that you would like for them to get an issue of the Final Call newspaper, please get their information to us. And our email address, jockbrothersviewers@gmail.com. Of course, we need their name, the inmate number, the facility they're in, and if you have their chaplain information, and that's usually the hurdle that we have to jump to get permission to send the paper to them, that please get that information to us Again, it's jockbrothersviewers@gmail.com. And again, the Cash App information is at the bottom of the screen. So thank you again for tuning in. And I hope you will really enjoy this podcast. Thank you. Back to you, Brother Ahmed.
Thank you, Brother Cole. Let's get back to our unwrapped gifts. We are taught
That's right.
to go after our youth, specifically our youth. And we are encouraged to protect them and celebrate and honor them, their youth, their ideas, their curriculums in school. We encourage to give them knowledge and empower them and keep them on a positive path and out of negativity and immorality. Today we're just celebrating some of our youth. There's so many that we wanted to have on tonight, but the time, we only have a short amount of time. So we're going to get started and introduce our guests. We're going to introduce them one at a time, but as we introduce them, we're going to go into their talents and their academics and all their achievements. Our first guest, she is an entrepreneur and a modest designer. At the tender age of 5 years old, she began her quest to become an entrepreneur, selling bows to little girls and their parents or loved ones. This was called Ours Bows, Bees, and Bands, but she named it Ours 3Bs for short. As a teenager, she matched her maturity, her love of Islam, and her love for fashion to start designing modest fashions. This introduced her new business, Fashions by Awa. And in 2022, Awa's brand of Fashions by Awa, was featured during the International Modest Fashion Show as the youngest modest fashion designer.
Wow.
Now get ready for this, because Awa will return with her latest collection during this year's winter 2023 edition of the International Modest Fashion Show in Long Beach, California. Let me introduce you all to our sister, our talent, our future, Sister Awa Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Yes, ma'am. Sister Awa, would you like to give us a little more about your talents and achievements?
Although you've gone into many details, I would also like to talk about my mentor, Sister Carmen, and how much work and dedication that I'm grateful for that she has put in me to get me to this area and position that I am in. So I wanted to say my thanks to her. Give my thanks.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah.
Beautiful.
Now, Sister Awa, what about your school, your academics? Where are you at there? I always have to hit the youth there. How are you doing with school?
I attend the Blackstone Academy, which is a Muslim affiliated school ran by Brother Kenneth and Sister Anita.
And what grade are you in?
I'm in 9th grade.
9th grade. Oh, praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. Did you also know that you inspire us as adults? Did you know that?
Oh, no, sir.
Oh, man. See, when we were starting to talk about a show and we were discussing what youth that we wanted to bring forth and expose to our audience, your name was one of the first ones that came up.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Definitely.
So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You're designing modest fashion in today's time when women tend to dress according to videos and fashions from European designers where they're exposing their body parts. You are presenting a design that helps our women maintain their modesty. So what inspires you to design these type of garments?
Okay, so, well, it was many reasons, but the main reason was I believe that when you understand why it is important to be modest, it allows you to be more in tune with the nation, and I thought that was very important. Also, due to me seeing like the different brands, and I gained to understand the meaning of it, like the Juicy brand, and well, not their purses and belts and all, but their clothing brand and how they have the sweatpants and the jackets that have Juicy on like your butt.
Derriere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So that was basically like the main reason is because I had to understand like what that actually meant. So it was just like, would my mom allow me to wear the Juicy clothing brand? Absolutely not.
That's
But
right.
I gained an understanding on to like why not.
Mm.
So,
Praise be to Allah, because that was the next question I wanted to ask. How important is it when you come with these ideas to have support around you to help grow your idea and guide your idea? How important is that to you?
I believe it's very important because a lot of times many people do not agree with your like creative side due to their own personal opinions. But I feel like it's very important to like kind of push past that and to just do what you believe is right, as long as you know it actually is right. Then just go through it, and you would be surprised on how many people actually would agree with it that you just don't know of yet.
Mm.
I
Go
have
ahead,
a
Sister
question
Owl.
for you.
Come on, man.
So,
And
on your journey to getting to this point, Sister Owl,
Go
what are
ahead.
some of the hurdles that you had to overcome to get to this point? I mean, we understand it. Okay, go ahead. I get you got it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think the main parts were probably my peers. It's not that they like were opposed. They were actually very, excited and grateful and, happy that I was actually doing this. It's more so the fact of things that my other people that my age are doing that kind of like had me like looking at that and then looking what I'm doing, and it kind of like made me like step back from it for a little while and then come back. Also, I don't know. I guess being modest myself, because I that's another thing that I actually not struggle with, but try to remember, because a lot of times I don't realize like how something could be perceived as immodest.
Mm.
Mm,
Wow.
mm. Wow.
And what about when some of your peers come to you and start expressing ideas? Do you encourage them or help them with their ideas?
Yeah, I don't take, their ideas and I act on it. I just say like that's a good idea and like you should go ahead and like, I don't know, write it down or act on it depending on what they genuinely want to do.
They
Not,
the,
not, oh,
come on, man. These are leaders right now. I'm telling you. I'm super excited about you all. These are the leaders right now. Go ahead, Sister Owl.
I think you referenced this earlier, but the fashion that's today, you see on TV and you see when you go to the mall, how does that affect your ideas with coming up with different fashions?
Okay, so one of the many objectives that I have is looking at what other people my age are wearing and like what are the new trends, and I try to take what other people are wearing and make it modest. So it's not like, in my terms, you're not dressing like, an older person per se when you're young. So I just take the trends and then I try to make it modest because I know if it's something that looks older, I'm not gonna wear it. So I try to put myself in it and like, would I actually wear that? Then if it's no, then no.
Now that's going to cause you to look a little unique amongst in the world when you're not around women that are dressing modest. Now you have a distinct, unique your expression of your clothing. So how do you deal with people commenting on your clothes, or if they're saying that's beautiful, or if they're giving you a negative comment on your clothes? How do you deal with that?
I mean, well, all of my peers, I could say, like I previously stated, are very proud of me for doing this. But if that were to happen, for most like insults or things that people say, I just ignore it, and I also just look at like, what are you doing? Like, if you're not doing anything,
That's
you're
right.
trying to talk about me, then
That's right.
I don't care.
Preach. That's right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, Sister Iowa. So
Oh,
what
Iowa.
other like designers? I'm a mess that name.
Yeah, he does it all the way. Don't take it personal.
It ain't personal, trust me.
Don't
I'm
take it
trying.
personal.
Southern dialect. Anyway, so can you give us a name of some of the designers that you kind of like inspired by?
The main one is Sister Carmen, my mentor. She would probably be like number one. And then the rest of them, when I go to like different expos, such as the Atlanta Streetwear Expo, I gain like different views of like the designer's point of view and how they would like to express their fashion designs. So I kind of get it from mainly Sister Carmen and then different expos and events that I go to.
Is that one of your pieces that you have on right now?
No, sir.
Do you have some pieces that you could show us?
I do. One of them, I believe, is in the flyer, but I can see if I can pull it.
Let's. I'm gonna send a text to the engineer. We'll see if we can pull up some slides from your IG.
That's right. Let's get the engineer working.
now, Sister Awa, all this going on, school, entrepreneurship, designing, friends, social media. How do you find peace and reserve? How do you find happiness?
The main thing that I do, to be honest, is I listen to music, and I like to paint and read and mainly listen to music and talk to my friends.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, because I always like to talk to our guests, and we had a couple of shows on mental health, and that's something that I try to focus on, and that's something that we all are learning to grow and understand. And I believe the younger you are, the better you are in learning how to maintain mental health, So finding something that keeps you reserved, that keeps you stable when things seem to get out of hand. But I know you have a great network of your parents around you.
Great parent.
And believers that help you and help guide you and keep you focused. But it's always good to focus on those things that keep your mind and your mind and spirituality in line, especially when you're dealing with fashion. And that's another thing I wanted to ask you. Now, most of the time when we have artists and their talents are expressed, the world comes in and try to take you. They try to offer you money. They try to offer you things to get you and sway you into using your talents and then manipulate it to give something to what they're trying to do and their ideas. How do you protect yourself from that?
I feel like when it comes to taking ideas, like I think you said buying ideas.
No, when someone's coming in and try to take you and your ideas and use them for what they want to do. Hey, your fashion is okay, but if you take your ideas and maybe cut off a sleeve here or show a little more cut the neck out a little bit to show more body parts. You know, if someone's coming to you with ideas to change your style, how do you protect yourself from that? Or have you even experienced that?
I don't, but I'm sure, you know, one day I will experience it. But hypothetically, I feel like I just like, okay, I wouldn't mind if my designs are being bought, but if it's like you're trying to differentiate what like my passion and mission was or is, then no, like I'm just gonna ignore it because I know like what my purpose of me designing this clothes is for. So if you're trying to make it not like unmodest, then I mean that's not a part of my mission, so I'll just ignore it.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. Because yes, you may experience that. So it's best to be prepared to know and be ready how to deal with it. Thank you so much, Sister Awa.
Gentlemen, do y'all two have any questions for the sister?
What made you? Oh, and Assalamu alaikum, by the way. What was the determining factor that got you into fashion?
It was previously stated, I think by Brother Ahmed, I used to sell bows, beads, and bands, and I took a break from that when I got like a little older, and I started to. I think it was my transition because when I got older, I used to like wear whatever I wanted and not really realize like how it looked, and it wasn't even about unmodesty. It was just putting something on. So I feel like that, but when I like got older from that and I realized and I look back and I'm like, what was I wearing? I'm just like, I see like why it is important to do what I do. So that like gets me into fashion and inspires me so I don't make that mistake when I get more older.
Beautiful. Thank you for answering, sister.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Sister Awa. If you can hang on, we're gonna bring on and introduce our next talent, our next inspiration. This brother that we want to bring on now is a saxophonist. His name means the star. He's a 17-year-old saxophonist out of the city of Atlanta and discovered the love for music at a very early age. The sounds of Stevie Wonder, George Benson, Marvin Gaye were in heavy rotation around the house or on road trips. So he was subject to old school. He was introduced to the saxophone at 10 years old and hasn't put it down since. His mission is to make people happy with his music and inspire young people to find their passion and dedicate the required time and discipline to be great. Please bring on a great Jock Brothers round of applause to our brother, Brother Najim Muhammad.
With the old soul.
Old soul.
Assalamualaikum, fruit.
Like salam, sir. How are you, brother?
Man, we good.
Fine.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for asking. We're good. How's your family, brother?
Everyone is fine. I thank Allah. Thank you for asking, brother. Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man.
But Najim, did I leave out anything? Is there anything you want to add to?
That was perfect, brother. I mean, you got my name, age, my aspirations. You got my part of my childhood in there. That was perfect.
I didn't get your social security number.
Oh no. Nah, no, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So why the saxophone, brother Najim? What made you pick up the saxophone?
Yes, sir. Well, this is really deep because I didn't choose the saxophone, and I really thank Allah because it was really Allah that gave it to me. So it all started because originally the instrument that we had, it was my uncle's, but he moved on from the saxophone to pursue other interests that he had, like sports and baseball. He really loved that, and he still does that till this day. But my grandmother basically had the instrument in her room for God knows how long, years on end. And she asked me one day, Najim, do you want to play the saxophone? And then I said yes. And that moment was just really deep to me, because I was like, Allah could have given me any other instrument, but he literally handed the saxophone to me. So
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. And where you at in school, brother? What grade? And
yes, sir. I'm in my final year of high school. I'm a 12th grader. I'm a senior at Drew Charter School.
Okay, so and you're a year early, and your academics are off the roof here,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I always ask young brothers and sisters when I talk to them, how you doing in school? I think I always wanted uh, adults to ask me that when they met me, and
Yes,
when they speak to me, they may ask how I'm doing, but how am I doing in school is seems to always have been an important question to me, because that's where a lot of my life surrounded.
Get ready for that question, Brother West.
School is all day. You know what I'm saying? It's so. Do you play your instrument in school events? And what
Yes,
events
sir.
do you play your instrument at? Are you highly sought after?
Yes, sir. Well, I can answer all three of those questions. First off, with the school one, I am um, commended a lot in my school for my musical abilities, and I'm requested by others for in-school events and out of school events as well. So, for example, my photographer hired me to play for his 60th birthday, and I was just recognized by these alumni that were at Drew, my school, a couple of years ago, and they were like, "Oh, wait, you were that guy who played the saxophone at his birthday." And I was like, "Yeah, that was me." And I've also done a lot of like theater events. I've had different instrumentalists come to the school, musicians play with us. We've done plays. We were like the back band in the back of the stage. We've had presentations and stuff, different lives. We also had a TED talk, and we've just done a lot of. We've had a lot of productions at the school. Now, when it comes to out of school, that's where a lot of my work is really happening. So I've done weddings, I've done birthday parties, I've done anniversaries. I just had a wedding gig this Saturday, and that's basically my main thing that I do.
Praise be to
Now,
Allah.
how long have you been playing, Brother Najim?
I've been playing for 6.5 years, sir. It'll be my 7th year in December of this upcoming winter.
I have two questions for you, brother.
Well, hold on, brother.
Okay, go ahead.
One
Yes,
second. Because now, if you only been playing 6 years, now I witnessed you playing myself, and you play by ear. You're able to listen to someone and just and ad lib with it. And I mean, brother, it's like it's a part of your hand or your mouth. I mean, you cold with it, bro. I mean, you're very, very good. And so you said that Allah gave it to you. And so you're working to master it, or what's your goal with the saxophone? I mean, do you have a goal, or what?
Yes, sir. Well, that's the last part of my bio, and I'm so grateful that you brothers were able to give the bio to all the listeners here, is because at the end of it, it said, I'm truly passionate about my instrument and that I want to travel the world with it. Another thing about me, I love geography, the world, all of the continents, and that's one of my goals, to touch down on each and every one.
Come on now.
Bring my instrument with me. So that's one of my biggest aspirations. And really, I want to be a really huge influencer, like global on the global level. So worldwide, I just want to bring my instrument to different communities, different neighborhoods, different cultures, and just influence. That's my big dream.
Oh, yes, sir.
Go ahead, Kawi.
Go ahead, Kawi. I'm sorry, brother.
No, brother. I think he answered that question, brother. I mean, what do you want to answer that? Do you truly? I mean, clearly he truly enjoys what he do.
Yeah.
He clearly is a fast learner. I mean, so you say you started playing at 10.
Yes, sir.
When your grandmother gave it to you. At what point? How many years did it take you to get to the point of performing? Because a lot of times it take them 6 years to really get a full grasp of the instrument. You already performing. So how long did it take you to get to the point where you was good enough to start performing in the public like that?
Yes, sir. Well, it probably took me around 4 years, and I've really only been doing like all this gigging stuff and shows for a little bit over a year. So this is still really fairly new to me, you know. Um, Out of my 6.5 years, majority of those years were spent towards building the foundation of knowing the instrument and really just getting, you know, all the necessary steps to get up to this point.
Hmm. Hey, now when you perform, I know you have an old soul and you know the old school music, but I know when you play for the young people, I know when we used to have brothers and sisters that play the piano, we want to hear something new. Like, could you flip that new J. Cole on us? Can you do you pull some of the new songs and new beats and play it with the saxophone?
Yes, sir, I do. I do a lot of contemporary modern music. I've played a lot from Bruno Mars. I've played some Weekend, even some SZA as well. So,
yeah, because so on your way out, you know, to our audience, we're going to hear Brother Najim play
the
some
stylings of Brother Najim, brother. Yes, sir.
Now you said that you bring different instrumentalists in the school with you. What other saxophonists do you deal with personally that really mentor you? That hey, I follow this brother or this sister.
really, that is a really, really good question, brother. And I'm glad you asked, because when I said that other instrumentalists has come in, um, it's this one key figure. His name is Ryan Kilgore, and I look up to him as a mentor. And I have other mentors, like my private sax instructor. His name is Jared Brown. I have another mentor who I look up to. His name is Trey Daniels, and the list goes on. But those are who I look up to. But Ryan Kilgore specifically, around March of 2022, he came into the school and we did a show on the stage. It's on my YouTube channel, actually. And we just took turns soloing to the crowd, and he brought a message with him, because he's one thing that he brought that's really apparent to me and should be in really all of our lives is that we shouldn't just stick to one craft or one thing in life. We should have something else that defines us and really just puts, you know, more just to our own character, really. And he had like a motto, and it was person, passion, and purpose. So I may not be able to explain it as well as he did, but you are the person. You have to have a passion, and that passion will lead you to your purpose. So that stuck to me. It really did, and I try to live by that, you know. So.
And this Ryan Kilgore, is he a native Atlantan?
I'm not sure actually. I think he is. I think he is. I do know he went to Clark Atlanta, and he actually has went to 6 out of the 7 continents as well, around the world.
Brother Najim, so now, like I asked the sister, so you're dealing with all this in the world. You're in school, you're in music, but even in music, you're going to have people come to you and try to take your music or edge you into doing something maybe a little immoral or unspiritual. Right. How do you maintain your morality and spirituality and keep your music pure and clean?
Good job. Good question, brother. Man.
Well, I strive as much as I can, and my ultimate goal is to be the best, most righteous Muslim that I can be. So, you know, I just I just remain steadfast as much as I can. I pray. I just keep my Islam rooted in me mentally, and I try my best to come out to my mosque meetings, FOY class, and really that's what keeps me, you know, sane, especially in this wicked world. I mean, there's indecency on every street, every block. You know, you gotta have something to go and fall back to, and you know, Allah is our refuge. So I mean, I see it every day at school. I go to a public school, or when it's not public school, it's a charter school, but you know, it's open to the public, the outside world. Like Sister Awa, she goes to an Islamic school. So, you know, I was raised going to an Islamic school, but what my school offers is more inclined towards like different arts and things like of that nature. So it comes with there's a a little price you got to pay with just having to deal with the outside world. But I just strive to stay steadfast.
Oh man, beautiful answer.
Beautiful
Oh
answer.
my God.
And,
How old are you again, brother?
but
You
also,
36?
you got uncles who got elbows, brother.
Oh, that's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
That love you, brother.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's right.
Wow.
That love you, brother.
What
That telling you, but
Yes,
What
sir.
are
we're
what are
proud of
some
you, bro.
what are some of your fears and struggles? You may have to play in front of
Sister
around
Ivy.
instrumentalists that are dynamite. Like Honorable Mr. Farrakhan had to play his violin, but he played it at one time, and he said he was playing it around people who he admired. So,
Wow.
do you have any fears and struggles when you may have to play in front of an audience, thousands in your audience? Do you have what are your fears? What are your struggles?
Yes, sir. Well, I'd first like to start off. I fear no one but God. And really, what I've been dealing with lately, I've been dealing with just a little bit of like overthinking. Really, in the past, I've had a little confidence issues, but I've just been saying to myself, I'm the best that I can be. Allah has given me strength, and I'm just here to do my role and play my part and just fulfill my purpose that Allah has given me. So that's really just my like reassurance and my affirmation that just keeps me going, and I just push through adversity.
Mm,
Come on,
praise
man.
be to Allah. What about you in school now? So you have all these, you have the basketball players, the jocks, all different. How do you deal with your peers? And they may say they might not agree with what you do, or they may agree with it.
Right.
How do you deal with your critics?
Yes, sir. I love that question because I really simply I just ignore them, to be honest. And it's like I just really I just have to say to myself, I don't have the time for it. And one thing that I had to learn, and I've hit some rocks and bumps on the road in order for me to get up to this point, but I had to learn that I had to let go of certain things that I loved or I was attached to. Certain relationships weren't for me, perhaps, or certain things I was investing my time into, I had to let go. And sometimes during lunch, I went to go play my saxophone. Sometimes during like free periods, I went to go play my saxophone. And I was like, it's now or never. So I really have to live this short life that we all have, right? Because I know that I have a nation that is dependent on me.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, soldier.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The saxophone. Have you played any other instruments? Because now we talking about, hey, if I could play basketball, I could play football, I could play
Right.
soccer. If you talented with one, have you ever tested? Let me test this out. Let me see if I could put down the sax and play the piano in the same show and pick up the.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I actually do play not only the alto. Here's my alto right here. This is my alto saxophone. This is the first model saxophone that I started playing on. This is my second saxophone ever. My first one's under my bed right now. I'm treating that like it's an antique. But I also play the tenor saxophone. Is one slightly bigger and it has a different pitch. It's like a lower, more darker, smoother tone. And then I've also tried out flute. I blew a little bit of notes out of there. Piano. I mean, we've all played piano, just down right from the top to bottom, just play all the keys. But I thought about playing that. And one instrument that I really wanted to get into actually were the drums and the trumpet.
Right.
We got a little drum set downstairs. I just be doing my own thing, but if I'm gonna truly like say, is there like an instrument I've been playing with, I have to actually dedicate myself to it, but I have to find the time as well.
Well, a lot of great drum players just started off just like that. Like I just was playing even a lot of instruments as yourself. I just started playing around with it. No one coached me or taught me. I learned on my own, and it was natural. So,
Yes.
so keep with it, stick with it, man, because because exploring, never know what you might find another love or passion for. And we would love to hear more and more of you in different lanes.
So
Now with your saxophone, you're going to play a few pieces for us in about another 20 minutes or
Okay.
about another 20 minutes. So if you could get that lined up while we introduce our next guest or our next guest. But thank you, Brother Nigel, for giving us that information and that knowledge. And we pray that you continue and strive to be better and better and become a specialist.
Yes,
Specialist.
sir.
Okay. Well, our next guest, oh, brother, is a 13-year-old 11th grader.
Phenom. A phenom. Come on, man.
He's a multi-platform communicator, journalist, host, and writer and Supreme Wisdom champ. He
Sir,
writes for the baddest, boldest Black-owned newspaper, The Final Call.
come on.
He's going to let you know some of the volumes you can find some of his works in. But as we know, he is the youngest writer in The Final Call. Am I correct? Please bring on our brother with a great Jock Brothers round of applause, Brother Wes Muhammad.
Sir, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But Wes, did I leave anything out? You want to go on about all your accolades and
Yes, sir. Well, first, I'll open up in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and that the Honorable Minister, Louis Farrakhan, is his minister, that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is his messenger. And I greet all of my listeners and, of course, the Jock Brothers and you, Brother Najim, with the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, sir.
yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. So, yes, sir, Brother Ahmed, as you mentioned, I am 13 years old, going to the 11th grade with the next coming school year. And I am also a co-host on the weekly show, WHIDFM, What Has Islam Done For Me, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, I'm also currently the youngest writer for the phone call. So wonderful mission. But yes, sir.
Also tell him, Brother West, you will be graduating at 14 years old from high school. You didn't tell him that, right?
Inshallah. Yes, sir. Inshallah.
Okay.
Oh man, we've had this dude, man, for the past 3 years, and brother, we are extremely proud of you, bro. We are
Sir,
extremely
thank
proud
you.
of you. He has been part of the Junior 4I class that we do virtually, and he is leadership now. And what I love about you all, Brother Najim, Brother West, you're not waiting to be leaders till you get adults or you in your 20s. No, you're leading now. And Sister Awa as well, and Awa as well. And we are extremely, extremely overwhelmed and proud of you all. And Brother West, how did you begin writing? What inspired you to write?
Yes, sir. Well, I initially wasn't always a writer for the Final Call. It's actually something that I started maybe last year, I think, officially. And one day we had Brother Naba and Sister Starla, writers from the Final Call on WHID. And Brother Naba, he told me, maybe you should try your hand at writing. That way you can be a multi-platform communicator, host, and journalist. And I sat with the idea. I was like, that might be a great path to pursue. I know that the Phone Call, as you stated, is the greatest newspaper on earth, resurrecting our people each day. So my first article was my personal review of Message to the Black Man in America by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And since then, I've been writing a few articles on the Saviors Tours, which are organizations of the FOI from the Mid Atlantic region. And yes, sir, it just started from there. And I pray that I'm able to keep the mission going and eventually become a managing editor or so forth. Yes, sir.
So how did you get your discovered to the point where you was on the radio?
Right. So WHIDFM came about, I think that was December of 2020. I was always a fan of the show, but then Brother Donald from Baltimore noticed that I would ask a few questions and usually be on camera as well. So one day he asked if I could just come on and be the special assistant, maybe share a flyer or so, and even ask a question if he had time. And when he seen the audience's response to me being on there, he kept me on. And since then, we've been able to interview honored guests in the nation, such as Student Minister Nuri. We've had Brother Abdul Qiyam, Sister Starla, Brother Naba, as I mentioned, and many more esteemed guests. Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. Praise be to Allah. Now, brother West, you have a lot of. You're a multi-platform communicator. You're dealing with a lot of information, and you're getting a lot of knowledge. You're a writer, so you're giving a lot of information. As a 13-year-old, around in a world where you're getting all this knowledge and information, what are some of your hopes and dreams for yourself and this world?
Yes, sir. Some of my dreams and aspirations right now at 13. Well, when I was a little younger, I used to watch TV as all of us would, and I see the child actors, and I was like, I would want to be a child actor one day, on the different TV shows, cartoons. But as I grew and matured, I noticed that being in Hollywood really isn't the pinnacle of your success. It's really being ran by the dangerous media and just something that I wouldn't want to be a part of or represent. Me as student in the Nation of Islam, I realized that I want to be my media here. I want to inspire others young and older than me. So I became a part of WHIDFM, became a writer in the Final Call, and that was one of my dreams then. My dreams now, I would say, is to keep pursuing what I'm doing, and also, inshallah, open my own media outlet, whether that be journalism, whether that be interviewing guests like the Jock Brothers program, or things like that. Basically, be in this field. Right now, I think that's the path I'm pursuing. Yes, sir.
Do you feel that there's a lot of expectations of you from adults or your peers? You feel like people are expecting you to be a certain way, or his brother West, we already know he's going to be this way, or he should be that way. Even though he's 13, he needs to act this way. Do you feel that you're expected to perform a certain way all the time?
Expectations. Well, I'm raised by a loving family. My mother, she's like that driving force in my life. So
Right.
it's always been one of my, I'll say, just innate uh, driving forces to make her proud, of course, make my father proud, my whole family proud. But my friends and my peers, they've also noticed that there's something different about me, even if they're not in the nation. They notice that, you talk kind of funny. They say I have an old soul because I might not listen to the new rap. I might not partake in the different social media, but I still seem to not always be so judgy, but still entertain and still be a loving brother. And it's just kind of been like that for me in a sense. My mom raised me a little different. I used to wear like polo shirts and khakis rather than the jeans and t-shirts, things like that. So I think that that's my image right now. And that's how people have perceived me as well. So as far as expectations or anything to prove, not necessarily, but I've always been a little different amongst people. Now, they might ask me a few questions. They might, see, well, what's your opinion? I don't have an answer to everything, but I have been able to, gain my knowledge, broaden my knowledge, and often share my opinion in a righteous way, of course. Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah.
Wow.
Praise be to Allah. Hey, brother West, we're gonna take a small break. It's 8 o'clock, but when we come back, you can tell us about your flow chart on how you design $1 million corporation and how you design to change the world. But we're gonna come back to that after our brief break. Go ahead, brother Carwy.
Yes, sir. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Jock Brothers Presents Let Us Make Man. If you have been listening to the Jock Brothers tonight, you must say yourself that every one of these juniors that we had on the show tonight have been next level. They have been splendid. They have been something to be proud of. And I know this nation is full of juniors just like this. Now, we have sponsors of the show. I'm one of them. You can put that back up there, brother.
We got to get the
Oh, okay, no problem. No
producer. The producer. Go ahead.
I mean, I was just gonna ride with it, brother. I was just gonna ride with it. So now hold on. First of all, thank you for tuning in to the Job. Hold up, brother Jack. And again, please support the Job Brothers platform. If you have already, please continue to support the Job Brothers platform. For we intend to continue to showcase stories just like this tonight from the Jock Brothers. Please support us. Our Cash App information is $Jock Bros, $JAKQBROS, and that information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Also, please, if you're listening to this and you are as proud of an adult as I am, as the Jock Brothers are, please share the show, and please ask those that you share it to subscribe and hit the bell. We Jock Brothers do have sponsors, and the Jock Brothers are our biggest sponsors. I'm one of them. I'm your local realtor. Please give me a call if you have any desire to do resales and now new builds. I'm the guy for you. You can reach me at the number at the bottom of my flyer here, 404-671-5681. I'd be more than happy to assist you in all your real estate needs. Of course, we have our brother Ahmed. He's the sole author of the Jock Brothers right now. He's actually inspiring me to probably go down this path. He has a book called Below the Bully. He had a chance to showcase his book on the open mic about a month ago, and he did a fabulous job. Excellent read, and it's great for the children. You can please help support our brother Ahmed. You can get this book on Amazon, and also you have, if you look at this flyer here, you can also go to www.bipublishing.com. Is there anything else I need to add to that, brother Ahmed?
Oh, right under that is a $BI Enterprise. If you want to buy the book, you can go to Amazon, or you can just support financially the publishing company, and support us coming out with more books to entertain and educate our youth.
Praise be to Allah. Last but not least, we have our brother Jackie Muhammad. He owns Supreme Waste Removal. This brother is a go-getter for real. If you ever want to know what go-getter means, and you look it up in the dictionary, you may see Brother Jackie's face. This brother has dump trucks. He has dump cans. He has them 20-footer, 30-footer, 40-footer. You can just call him. His number is right here, 404-957-7639. Anything you want to add to that, Brother Jackie?
No, did well, soldier. Did well. Thank you.
Praise be to Allah. I'd like to also thank our weekly listeners. That I'm going to start giving shout outs to Sister Brenda Muhammad. She's always supporting the Jock Brothers. We salute you, Sister Brenda. We got Marquette Muhammad. Appreciate that. We got the Blackstone Academy. Brother Kenneth and Sister Nita, they are watching today. We thank you for the support. We have Sister Barbara Iverson. We got our brother Joseph Muhammad watching us today. We appreciate that. We got the DJ Rockwell from the Rockwell Show, this is Fatima. And brother West, you got a brother named Crazy K that he met you last weekend. He want us to say to you that he enjoyed the meeting between you last weekend, and he said he's going to get you that FOI jogger that you asked for. And so,
Yes, sir. It was a pleasure meeting my brother. I believe he designs the FOI gear and MGT gear. It was Visions by Design, I believe. So
yes,
yes, sir. It was great meeting you as well.
brother Crazy K, put your information in our, on our website, man. We might want to have you on the show as a male designer for the Nation of Islam. So put your information out in Jock Brothers Viewers at gmail.com. We'll try to reach out to you. But that's all I got for you there, brother Ahmed. Take off, brother.
Thank you, brother. Okay, brother West. Now tell us about your plan to change the world.
I would say, in what way?
So what was it like moving up? At what grade did you begin moving up past your age requirement? I don't know the language.
Right. So once again, my mom has always been that driving force. So when I was a little younger, I was in a school not too far from me now. I think I was going to the next grade, which would have been kindergarten, I believe. But my mom had been teaching me at home, and she noticed that I was excelling rather quickly through their curriculum. So she had a meeting with the board of directors and the educator saying that she wanted me to be moved up. And at first they gave a little pushback. They were saying, well, we don't think so, things like that. He might not fit in. But since then, I was moved up, and I've been rapidly climbing that ladder. So yes, I will be going to the 11th grade with this next coming school year. But yes, sir, it was then a few years ago that I was skipped up past that grade, and ever since then, I haven't stopped yet. Yes, sir.
Now,
Okay.
now, how do you deal with your peers? Because with what knowledge you have, you're going to attract brothers and sisters who may come to you for advice and counsel. How do you and where do you find the information to give them to help guide them in whatever questions or difficulties they may be having?
Right. So I'm not a stingy brother. I take the wisdom that I have, and if I have the answer, I will give it to you if you genuinely ask me. So many of my friends and peers have asked me, y'all don't eat pork in the nation. What's that like? Or, what is it like to wear a bow tie or go with the FOI? So I tell them that this experience that I have, and it gives them an open mind. Many of them haven't heard of these things before, or they haven't known that it was something that they can aspire to. So I like to enlighten our brothers, enlighten our sisters on the wisdom that I've been given. And I don't keep a lot of people in my circle. I strive to keep, some civilized brothers, some civilized sisters around me. But when I am confronted with those that might not know much about the nation, might not know much about the teachings, I do give them my example that I have and let them choose between that clean glass and that dirty glass. Yes, sir.
So I have a question for you, brother West.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to ask you about your writing style. So when you read National Secretary Saad Muhammad book, he's coming from it's like almost he's like presenting a case. When you read a Dr. Wesley book, it's like he gives the answer and then he gives scientific reasons as to why this is the answer. If you read other writings, can't name an author right now, but they like try to approach it from they try to build up to the answer and then get an answer at the end. When you're doing your writing, is there a certain style or a certain approach you like to take when you do your writings?
Well, so far, my writings have been overviews. As I stated before, I've done overviews of the past Saviors tours. We've been to New York, we've been to DC, we might even be around your corner next month. But I've also done an overview for this past national training conference this past weekend. So that will be released in a final call, inshallah, with this next coming paper. That would be my writing strategy so far. I have tried my hand at writing some stories as well. Now, just, whatever pops into my mind at times. I haven't released them yet, but I would say that's what I'm currently focusing on is doing overviews, summaries, and enlightening readers on past events that they might not have been familiar with. But yes, sir.
And also, do you try to approach it from a junior perspective, or you try to impress folks?
Right. So in my early stages of being in the spotlight, I'll say I had to learn that I'm still only 13 or I was still only 12 or 11. So it's okay to be in that, juvenile stage that you're still learning. And of course, there's some things that but you can take a step back. You don't always have to use the big vocabulary words or things like that, but you should still be intellectual. So I would say I'm writing in an age range that the youth can understand, the elders can understand, and our brothers and sisters out in the streets can understand as well. So, yes, sir.
Beautiful.
Are you do you mentor uh, any brothers and sisters or help them academically?
I don't, but I wouldn't be opposed to it once I get to a certain level. I think that I'm still learning myself, so I wouldn't want to be too much of a mentor yet. But maybe when I grow a little bit more in my knowledge of the teachings or my knowledge of life in general, I wouldn't be opposed to mentoring other youths, things like that. I think Brother Jackie stated, I have took a little bit of a leadership role in the junior FOI class,
Right.
so teaching our young brothers their junior FOI or their general orders, actual facts, things like that. But yes,
What
sir.
about math, science, social studies? What about those areas? Or do you help your peers in those areas in school?
Oh, like a tutor?
Right, tutoring.
I would say not yet.
Yeah, okay. Would you
Yes,
be
sir.
open to it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Oh, man, them brother, there's leaders, man. I'm telling you,
Yes, sir.
it's natural. Man,
Oh,
shout out to both of you, both of your parents.
That's right.
that's right.
This to our parents. Great, great, great believers. Doing a phenomenal job. Very proud of you all. Very proud of the work of mom and pops and uncles and aunties and everybody who are involved in the shaping of the minds and the skills of these young men and young women. And we thank Allah for you all. Um, Going forward now, if you paid attention to Brother Ahmed's line of questioning, it really should make you think he's trying to put a hedge around you, so that when you go out here in this world, this world is attempting to take you off your square, you know, but you all are doing something inside the limits of Allah that's going to allow you to excel. If when you watch basketball, it's played inside of the square. But if you go in the outer bounds, you might do a beautiful shot, but it won't count. So if we stay inside the limits, it's so much that can be done, and we don't have to exceed the limits. So this is the line of questioning that Brother Ahmed is saying to you all, so that we don't get off track as you go and begin to rise. Because as we rise, that's when the enemy attempts to throw us off of our square.
Come on, bro.
And
That's right.
so, if you pay attention to his line of questioning, it's really to keep us level-headed as Allah raises us up,
That's right.
and you want to just find joy where you are.
Right.
I mean, it's fun inside the limits.
Mm.
Once we find and make it fun inside of the limits that Allah allows us, we can have a beautiful game. You can dunk, you can do a 360 dunk, you can alley-oop. It's so much to
You
be
can
done
okay?
inside. Yeah, exactly. So as you grow, begin to look around where you are and make where you are fun.
That's right.
Make it fun. Enjoy it. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy it. Make it fun. And be around those, as you both said, that are civilized, that are acting, that is not exceeding the limits, and enjoy yourself, enjoy life. Life can be enjoyed inside the limits of Allah. And we have to learn that. Our enemy taught us to go outside of the limits and try to enjoy life, and it didn't bring anything to us but pain and suffering and death. But what you all are doing is light, life, and power, and you're inspiring and empowering others to do the same. So continue. We are so proud of you all, but stay in where you are. It's good ground. It's fertile ground where you are, and enjoy yourself where you are, and just keep growing from there. So yeah, that's all I want to say, man. I'm super proud of you all, and super
Praise
proud
be
of
to
what your
Allah.
parents is doing with you all.
Okay. That thank you, Brother West. We at a point in our show where we're going to go into final words, but
Well,
Jackie kind of, sir.
I don't know if you noticed this, but Brother West has a big announcement that he want to
Oh,
make. And
oh,
then, of course,
oh.
we want to hear that great performance by Brother Nigel.
Najim.
Not
Nigel. Yes, sir.
Don't take it personal.
No,
Don't take it personal, brother.
sir. No, sir.
Yes, sir. Brother West.
Yes, sir. So over the past weekend during the National Training Conference, I accomplished a great milestone of mine, a great aspiration that I've had for a few years now since I was much younger. So I'll go ahead and share the milestone. All right. So by the grace of Allah, I was able to meet our Messiah, the Honorable Minister Lord Farrakhan. That
Well, we
was
don't see it. Hold on a
a really
second.
humble experience. You all see now?
Yeah, I see it now, sir.
Praise be to Allah. But yes, sir. I know I asked you, brother Jackie, brother Kawi, brother Ahmed. I know we wrote some letters to the minister as well. But I wanted to let you all know that I was able to accomplish that goal. It was
Yeah,
wonderful. Yes, sir.
that was the goal, to meet him. Did you get to ask him a question?
No, sir. But
No.
we did exchange a little bit. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay. Okay, yes, sir. I'm pretty sure he was
Praise be to
excited
Allah.
Praise be
to
to
meet you,
Allah.
brother.
Wow.
yeah.
Good job, Brother West. You're accomplishing
Yes,
goals,
sir.
brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great,
Praise be
great
to Allah.
job, bro.
Did you,
Great
you
job.
gave him a letter? You gave him a letter, Brother West?
Yes, sir.
The letter I asked y'all to write?
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah.
Okay, man. That's. Look, man. We everything comes into falls right in line with everything we do, brother. Everything we do. Praise be to Allah. That's an experience you need to cherish very much, very much. Pray you have more experiences like that, brother.
I really do.
Oh, he's on mute.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we had a point in our show where we're going to go around and give our closing remarks. We want to end on time, start on time, and so let's just start with Brother Najim. Your closing words. Anything you want to say? Closing remarks.
Yes, sir. I just love to say to you, brothers, I thank you all for having me. And I pray, inshallah, we are able to do more things like this, not only for me, but maybe we could even highlight even more of our beautiful youth within the nation. I mean, this is just what's seen. I'm sure there's much more that is unseen. So I thank you, brothers.
Praise be
Yes,
to
sir.
Allah.
We
Thank you,
thank
brother.
you, brother. No, thank you, brother, for
Brother,
for embracing us, brother, for allowing coming to the show, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Brother West.
Yes, sir. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience having this interview with you all. I also hope that we can expose more youth to the light. We might hear a lot of bad news sometimes, but there are a lot of great things going on in our Nation of Islam. So I thank you all once again. I would like to let the audience know that if you want to tune in to WHID FM, go ahead and go over to Facebook, and you can type that in, WHID FM. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm available at bro.west_m. Praise be to Allah.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Brother West.
And also, Brother Najim, you want to give him your information as well?
Yes, sir. I am on every single social media platform. Maybe not every single, but the major ones. YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. You can find me at the hashtag, not the hashtag, the @ symbol @starslight. @starslight.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Yes, sir. I wanted to also add, I'm a big fan of Brother Najim's music. I also seen you perform at Savior's Day. It's a wonderful brother. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'm so humbled to just hear that from you. And I'm a fan of your works too, brother. Keep on doing great things for the nation. This is groundbreaking, brother. Thank you.
That's right.
Yes, sir. You as well.
Maybe you could do an article on our brother. I'm just messing around.
Nah, that's real.
Are we gonna get that performance, or are we still doing final words?
Final words, and then we're gonna close out with the performance.
Oh yes,
I
sir.
gave mine.
Yeah, you sure did, Brother Carly.
Oh well, man. I truly enjoyed the two of you on the show as well as our sister that was on the show. The one thing I noticed about you three is that y'all spoke very well. Y'all truly know how to articulate your thoughts well. It was almost, if I wasn't looking at you, I would have thought you was in your 20s, at least your early 20s to mid 20s. Y'all are just that intelligent, and the fact that you have already, like Jackie said, has not taken a back seat and has already started being leaders right now and being examples right now for your peers, and you're comfortable in your skin as being leaders and being forerunners, man. That is amazing things. I'm honest, when I was your age, I might have played some sports, but I was by no ways means a leader or somebody that you wanted to showcase. I was your average, everyday, common guy, and I reveled in it. I was very happy just to be doing the common thing, because too many people are doing bad things. So even though I wasn't selling, I was just happy to just be just doing the basics. But when I look at you and see what you're doing, and I reflect on when I was your age, man, I wish I would have pushed the limits. No telling how high I would have went at that time. So how far I would have gotten. So we continue to push the limits. Continue to be that light and darkness. Continue to be examples. And I don't care how much somebody may talk about the way you talk, or may say things, or who he think he is. He think he better than me. He trying to be Winston Marcellus or somebody. Man, do not let that bother you. You just keep on pushing on, brother, because deep down inside, what they're really saying is, man, I wish I could be just like that.
That's right.
And so just keep doing what you're doing, brother. I salute you. I salute the sisters and all juniors that are striving and trying to excel and not trying to just be common. I salute you for that. Keep doing what you do. I appreciate y'all coming to our show. Assalamu alaikum.
Praise be to Allah.
No, I do have some final words.
Oh no, I don't think we have enough time, bro, Jack.
Always time for final word from my nephews. Keep pushing. You have support. If you have support, you have a team of people that are rooting for you. Always remember that. Even when it get hard on you, you have a team that's always rooting for you. Each level that you get at is going to be a difficulty factor, as the minister has taught us. So you cannot be a champion without a challenge. So expect challenges, and all it does is you learn from challenges. Whenever as life hit us all, we learn from it. And then we move to the next level if we pass the test. And you pass the test by just going at it, going directly at the problem. That's how you pass the test. We don't turn back on our heels on none of it, none of them. All right, soldiers. And if you have an issue, you both have my number. You have uncles. We're here, and we want to do a better job at being uncles. So give us, if you need to give us a phone call or something, give us a call. All right.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's all I have. We're here.
And I wanted to say I'm the uncle that you call to for words, but Jackie is the uncle you call to for money. So you got his number.
Right.
Get a little strap.
Hey, do you all have a Cash App?
Yes, sir.
You want you have Cash App? We can get you support. Let's see.
See?
Yeah. Yeah. What? Give me your Cash App.
I put in the chat.
Okay, put it in
Put
the
it
chat.
in the chat as
Put
well.
the Cash App. Yeah, put it in the chat so we can support these brothers. These brothers are striving to do righteous things. Let's support that. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we are taught to go after our youth, and we want to show our appreciation and our dedication and support to you, because not only are we passing the baton to you, you are passing the baton to the next generation. So we want to keep the momentum going. So we're here to support you. We're here for you. Brother Najim, me and your father, we're going through an atonement process that dates a little further back, but we're working it out. Don't
Yes,
let that hinder you from reaching out to me. But I love him. It's all love, though. It's all love.
My brother.
Keep up the good work, and please, Brother Najim, if you could bless us. I know you have to go. If you could just bless us with 1 or 2 minutes of serenade our audience with some of your musical talent, we'd be greatly appreciated.
Okay.
These are the sounds of Brother Najim. Woo!
Let's go. $sign of stars light. $sign of stars light. Let's show
That's the Cash App.
Yeah, that's the Cash App. Let's show him some love. And our brother $sign Tia Muhammad. For brother Dr. West. I call him.
I know that song, man. I can't get the title right now.
I think there's I'll leave the door open.
Yeah. Bruno.
Oh yeah.
Hey, if our engineer could put up Sister Hour's information as well.
If the engineer can upload her pictures, we have some of her designs. Can we upload them? We're having a little issue uploading her designs. She has some nice designs. Are you able to upload them? Let's
Negative.
take them. Oh, negative.
Well, we do. No, we can.
We can.
Oh, sorry.
Let's hold. Let's see. Can we upload our sister Awa, who was on earlier? She designs her own clothing. We have the designs, but we're having issue uploading them. So please be patient with us. We want to show you before we get out of here. Good job, brother Najim.
Thank you, sir.
This is our brother's Cash App. If you want to support brother Najim, 16-year-old FOI. Sir,
I just turned 17.
You just
June, yes, sir.
Oh, okay, yes, 17-year-old
Gemini in the house.
Cancer.
Sorry to hear that.
17-year-old, one of our stars of the Nation of Islam. You see his Cash App. If you would like to support what our young brother is doing, he want to place his foot. He want to play his horn on every continent.
Hey, brother Jackie, Anthony D talking about fire the engineer.
Yeah. Tell him we hiring him. We need. Yeah, that engineer been fired about 3 or 4 times, brother. He keep coming back though. So this is our sister Awa, who was on earlier. She's how old is Sister Awa? Was she? Did you say 14? How old was she? I'm not sure, but these are some of her designs.
I think she 14.
Did you have the other one? It was 3 of them. I'd like to show her designs before we get out of here, so you all can see our young Nation of Islam as they are the leaders right now. You do not have to wait till tomorrow. You are the leaders now.
Come on, bro.
Don't let nobody else tell you the future. No, you right now. You take leadership right now. Take ownership. Yeah. See our sister designing modest wear at, I think she said 14 or 15 years old, but she's designing modest wear now. So you're leading right now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Lead now, brother Najim, brother West. You lead today, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You don't wait till tomorrow. Bump that. All right, one more. I think she has one more. We want to show the last one. Yeah, see, this is our sister design. 14
Wow.
Modest wear.
Wow.
See, so she takes the modern look of whatever juicy and make it modest. See, this is you're leading now. We're not waiting till tomorrow.
That's
You
right.
lead right now. Yeah, you go ahead. And if anybody says something, tell them Uncle Jackie said.
Gonna serve him a knuckle sandwich. Got one coming.
Me and your pops, man.
Did we put her information up?
Let me make sure. Oh, here we
Just
go.
in case any sisters want to get something made or designed or reach out to her for information, please reach out to our sister Awa.
Fashions
by Awa.
Yes, sir.
We also have a fashion with a Brit Fit by Crystal Nichols. She supported the whole show. I thank you, Miss Brit Fit.
All right, thank you.
All right,
man. Got it.
Okay. So tune in next week, 7 p.m. Jock Brothers live. Anyone who supports us, you can see us on Facebook, YouTube. Our shows are streaming. Support us at Jock Brothers at the bottom of the screen. Cash App, $ Jock Bros. Thank you all for tuning in. See you next week.